That tension rippling through your body right now, that restless electricity charging every cell, is not anxiety. It's cosmic preparation. On January 25, 2026, as the first quarter moon peaks at 6 degrees Taurus, you're standing at one of the most potent crossroads of the entire year, a moment where the universe isn't asking for your cooperation anymore, it's demanding your decision. And here's what most people won't realize until it's too late. This isn't just about the moon. 24 hours from now, Neptune enters Aries for 13 years, and tonight's first quarter moon is the final cosmic checkpoint before that massive shift rewrites reality as you know it. Your soul chose to be awake for this exact moment. The pressure building in your chest, the strange sense of anticipation, the feeling that something massive is about to crack open, that's your energy field calibrating to frequencies most people can't even perceive. You're not imagining this. The cosmos is positioning you at ground zero of a transformation that will echo through the next decade of your life. Before we dive into this cosmic standoff, leave a like and subscribe, because the universe is tracking who's ready for these activations, and drop a comment saying, "I choose my highest timeline to lock this frequency into your reality." Let's go deeper. Here's what's happening in the sky above you right now, and why it matters more than any astrological event you've experienced in months. The first quarter moon at 6 degrees Taurus forms an exact square to the sun at 6 degrees Aquarius, creating what astrologers call the crisis in action, the moment where talk ends and choice begins. But this isn't an ordinary first quarter moon. Mercury, Venus, Mars and Pluto are all clustered together in early Aquarius, creating a stellium of revolutionary energy that's pushing every area of your life toward radical change. The Taurus moon sits in stubborn opposition to this Aquarius fire, creating a cosmic tug-of-war between staying comfortable and leaping into the unknown. And tomorrow, everything shifts. Neptune's entrance into Aries on January 26th marks the beginning of a 13-year journey that astrologers will reference for decades. Neptune hasn't been in Aries since 1861 to 1875, a period that brought the American Civil War, the beginning of the Industrial Revolution's peak, and massive social upheaval that redefined civilization. When Neptune moves into the first sign of the zodiac tomorrow, it activates the spiritual warrior archetype in every single person on this planet. But tonight, this first quarter moon is your preparation portal, your cosmic briefing before the real mission begins. The tension you're feeling isn't coming from one place, it's coming from multiple dimensions at once. Taurus wants security, stability, tangible proof that change is safe before committing. Aquarius demands innovation, disruption, collective evolution, and radical authenticity, regardless of comfort. Your heart is being pulled in two directions, and here's the truth the universe wants you to understand. Both are valid, both matter, but only one leads to your highest timeline. The first quarter moon always represents a decision point, the moment halfway between the new moon's seed and the full moon's harvest, when you must choose whether to push forward or retreat. At 6 degrees Taurus, this lunar phase activates your value systems, your relationship to money, resources, self-worth, and physical security. With the Aquarius sun and stellium pulling opposite, you're being asked to choose between what feels safe and what feels aligned. Between what you can control and what requires trust, between the known path and the destined one. Jupiter in Cancer is adding emotional weight to this entire cosmic equation. Jupiter, currently retrograde at around 18 degrees Cancer, is amplifying your need for emotional safety, family connection, and ancestral wisdom. It's asking you to remember where you come from while simultaneously preparing for where you're going. And here's where it gets intense. Saturn is wrapping up its final weeks in Pisces before entering Aries on February 13th, creating a dissolving energy around old structures, old identities, old definitions of success that no longer serve the person you're becoming. Everything is in motion. Everything is shifting. And tonight's first quarter moon is the cosmic pause button before the acceleration intensifies beyond anything you can imagine. Now let me tell you which signs are feeling this most intensely, Because if you're one of these three, you're not just experiencing this transit, you're being cosmically rewired by it. Taurus, this is your moon, your moment, your cosmic intervention. With the first quarter moon in your sign at 6 degrees, the universe is shining a spotlight directly on your soul, asking one fundamental question. Are you ready to release control and trust the transformation coming for you? You've been holding on so tightly to stability, to routines, to the version of your life that feels predictable and manageable. But deep down, in the parts of yourself you don't often acknowledge, you know it's time to let go. The Aquarius stellium, activating your career and public image sector, is pulling you toward a completely different expression of your gifts, your purpose, your contribution to the world. This isn't about small adjustments. This is about walking away from what's comfortable and stepping into what's aligned, even when alignment feels terrifying. Neptune entering Aries tomorrow lands in your 12th house of spirituality, subconscious patterns, and hidden realms, meaning the next 13 years will dissolve every illusion you've been carrying about who you are beneath the surface. Tonight's first quarter moon is your final moment to consciously choose the new timeline before the universe chooses for you. You may feel emotional upheaval, sudden realizations about relationships or career paths that no longer fit, or an inexplicable urge to make radical changes. Trust it, your soul is guiding you toward liberation disguised as uncertainty. Aquarius, you're standing in the eye of this cosmic storm with the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars and Pluto all moving through your sign right now. This isn't subtle. This is a complete identity upgrade happening in real time, and tonight's first quarter moon in Taurus is forcing you to ground this massive transformation into something tangible. You're being asked to take all the innovation, all the radical ideas, all the collective vision swirling through your consciousness and anchor it into physical reality. The Taurus moon in your home and foundation sector is demanding you create stability in the midst of revolution, to build something solid while everything around you feels like it's dissolving and reforming simultaneously. Neptune entering Aries tomorrow activates your communication, learning, and local community sector, meaning the next 13 years will spiritualize how you speak, teach, connect, and share your message with the world. But first, tonight you must make peace with the practical steps required to manifest your vision. You may feel resistance between wanting total freedom and needing financial security, between craving rebellion and requiring structure. This tension is purposeful. It's teaching you that true revolution requires both vision and foundation, both disruption and discipline. The cosmic assignment for you tonight is to identify one concrete action step that moves your biggest dream from concept to reality, and commit to it with your whole being. Leo, while the other signs are navigating internal shifts, you're experiencing external pressure unlike anything you've felt in years. The first quarter moon in Taurus activates your career and public reputation sector, while the Aquarius stellium lights up your relationships and partnerships. You're being forced to make decisions about your public path while simultaneously renegotiating power dynamics in your closest connections. Someone may be challenging your authority, questioning your direction, or demanding a level of vulnerability that feels exposing and uncomfortable. Neptune entering Aries tomorrow lands in your expansion and belief system sector, marking the beginning of a 13-year spiritual journey that will completely transform what you think is possible for your life. But tonight, this first quarter moon is testing whether you're willing to evolve your image, your brand, your public persona to match the person you're becoming privately. You may discover that the version of yourself you've been presenting to the world no longer aligns with your authentic values, and the discomfort of that misalignment is becoming impossible to ignore. This is your moment to claim integrity over approval, truth over performance, alignment over applause. The universe is giving you permission to let go of who you thought you had to be and step into who you actually are, even if it costs you recognition, stability, or external validation in the short term. Beyond these three signs, everyone is feeling this cosmic pressure in different ways. If you're a fixed sign, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, you're experiencing this as a non-negotiable push toward transformation. The universe is done with delay tactics. If you're a cardinal sign, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, you're feeling the urgency to initiate, to take action, to stop waiting for permission and start creating momentum. And if you're a mutable sign, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, you're being asked to adapt rapidly, to let go of old stories and integrate new truths with flexibility and grace. Here's what you need to do with this energy. Not just feel it, not just understand it, but actively work with it to shift your timeline. First, identify the tension point. Where in your life are you feeling the strongest pull between safety and growth? Between what you know and what you're being called toward? That's your activation zone. That's where the universe is working on you most intensely. Write it down, name it, bring it into conscious awareness, because what remains hidden cannot transform. Second, make one tangible decision tonight. The first quarter moon demands action, not contemplation. Choose something concrete that represents your commitment to the new timeline. It doesn't have to be massive. It has to be real. Maybe it's having a conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe it's investing in something that supports your growth. Maybe it's setting a boundary that protects your energy. Whatever it is, do it before this moon phase passes, because the cosmic window for this level of support won't reopen for months. Third, prepare for Neptune in Aries by examining where you've been avoiding taking action on your spiritual knowing. Neptune dissolves illusions, and in Aries, it dissolves the illusion that someone else will fight your battles, manifest your dreams, or live your purpose for you. The next 13 years are about spiritual warriorship, about aligning your will with divine will and taking inspired action from that alignment. Tonight's first quarter moon is showing you where that alignment needs to happen first. Fourth, watch for physical symptoms. You may experience restlessness, insomnia, heart palpitations, sudden emotional releases, or vivid dreams tonight and over the next 48 hours. These are not problems, these are upgrades. Your nervous system is recalibrating to hold higher frequencies, and your body is releasing density that cannot travel with you into the new timeline. Stay hydrated, move your body, spend time in nature if possible, and give yourself permission to feel without needing to fix or understand everything immediately. Fifth, pay attention to synchronicities between now and January 26th, when Neptune officially enters Aries. The universe is sending you confirmation signals, breadcrumbs, cosmic winks that you're on the right path. These might come as repeating numbers, unexpected messages from people you've been thinking about, opportunities appearing out of nowhere, or sudden clarity about situations that have been confusing for months. Don't dismiss these as coincidence. They're part of the cosmic orchestration guiding you toward your highest expression. And finally, release the need to have everything figured out. The Taurus moon wants certainty before moving forward, but the Aquarius stellium is saying you'll never feel fully ready, because readiness isn't the requirement, willingness is. You don't need to see the entire staircase to take the first step. You don't need to understand the full plan to. Trust the process. The universe is asking for your yes, not your blueprint, your commitment, not your guarantee, your faith, not your proof. Now let's talk about what this all means on a deeper soul level. Because this isn't just astrology, this is initiation. The first quarter moon in Taurus square, the Aquarius stellium, represents the ancient tension between matter and spirit, between earth and sky, between what is and what could be. You're being asked to bridge these realms, to bring heaven to earth, to take cosmic vision and ground it into tangible form. This is the work of conscious creators, of spiritual architects, of souls who incarnated specifically for moments like this, when the old world is crumbling and the new world needs pioneers brave enough to build it. Neptune entering Aries tomorrow is activating the divine masculine in every person on this planet, regardless of gender. This is the energy of the spiritual warrior, the sacred activist, the mystic who doesn't retreat from the world but engages with it from a place of deep inner knowing. For 13 years, Neptune will be teaching humanity how to take inspired action, how to fight for what matters without becoming what we're fighting against, how to lead with vision while staying grounded in compassion. Tonight's first quarter moon is your initiation into this new paradigm. Every choice you make between now and tomorrow carries extra weight, extra significance, extra cosmic momentum, because you're choosing not just for yourself, but for the timeline you're anchoring into. The old stories about who you are, what you're capable of, and what's possible for your life are dissolving whether you resist or surrender. The question is, will you dissolve gracefully, consciously, in alignment with your highest self, or will you cling to what's crumbling until the universe forcibly removes your grip? I'm not trying to scare you, I'm trying to wake you up. Because the souls who are awake right now, the ones who can feel the cosmic currents shifting, the ones who recognize this moment as significant, you are the ones being called to lead. Not in the traditional sense of authority and hierarchy, but in the spiritual sense of embodiment and example. You're being asked to live your truth so fully, so authentically, so unapologetically, that others remember they have permission to do the same. The cosmic standoff between Taurus and Aquarius tonight isn't meant to break you. It's meant to reveal you, to show you which parts of your life are built on solid ground and which parts are built on fear disguised as practicality. It's exposing where you've been playing small, settling for less, accepting conditions that drain your life force because they feel safer than the unknown. And it's offering you a portal, a doorway, a cosmic green light to step through into a version of your life that's wilder, freer, more aligned, and infinitely more purposeful than what you've been living. But here's the thing about portals: they don't stay open forever. This exact configuration, this precise cosmic setup, this specific frequency, it won't come around again. Tomorrow Neptune shifts, next month Saturn shifts, by spring Uranus shifts. The entire astrological landscape is transforming, and with it the possibilities available to you. Tonight is your moment to choose consciously, deliberately, courageously. You feel the truth of this in your bones, don't you? That's why you're still reading. That's why this message found you. That's why something in your soul is saying yes, even as your mind scrambles to make sense of the intensity. Trust that yes. Follow that frequency. Let it guide you through the choices ahead, because it's not coming from fear or ego. It's coming from the part of you that remembers why you're here, what you came to do, and who you came to become. The first quarter moon in Taurus at 6 degrees on January 25, 2026 is not the end of anything. It's the beginning of everything. The cosmic standoff is the setup for your breakthrough. The tension is the catalyst for your transformation. And tomorrow, when Neptune enters Aries and the entire universe shifts into spiritual warrior mode, you'll be ready, because tonight you chose alignment over comfort, truth over safety, and destiny over delay. If this transmission resonated at a soul level, leave a like and subscribe to stay locked into these cosmic frequencies, and comment, "I choose my highest timeline," to seal this activation into your physical reality. The standoff has begun. The portal is opening, and your next chapter starts the moment you decide it does. You're not just surviving this shift, you're leading it. The universe is watching. Your ancestors are cheering. Your future self is waiting. It's time.